And one of the biggest basketball games of the season is about to go down. Chaps, Mustangs. And the opening tap goes to Western New Mexico. Carson Kelly start things off, rolling off a double screen. Closed off by Leo Nordberg. Isaiah Brody. Now Kelly lobs it down low. Harris throws it for the high post. 8 on the shot clock for Brody. Steps into a deep 2 and drains it. Isaiah Brody, coming off a 10-point game against St. Mary's, drains the first field goal of the night. Western New Mexico coming off a win against St. Mary's, 85-76. Lubbock Christian coming off a win at UTPB, 80-77. Kendall Dow, mid-range, and that was more of an alley-oop, and off the glass and in for Antonio Pusateri. Good feed to Antonio, and the Chaps have tied it up 2 apiece. Western New Mexico has it in a shot blocked by Leo Nordberg, standing at 6'2", and had to climb the ladder to get that block. Baseline inbound incoming for the Mustangs. Both of these teams in the latest edition of the South Central Regional Rankings. Mid-post, that one floats in for Andre Harris. LCU ranked first in the South Central Regional in the latest ranking, so if the regional tournament was to start today, LCU would be the host team in that tournament. Meanwhile, Western New Mexico, 4th in the SC regional rankings. Malden Miller Jr. keeps it in play. Pusateri also keeps it in play. And there's 7 on the shot clock for LCU. Kendall Dow skating through defenders. Throws it up. Gets his own rebound. One dribble underneath. Shot blocked. A bunny miss for Antonio Pusateri. You saw that block for Western New Mexico. They are one of the best blocking teams in the Lone Star Conference. Western New Mexico leads the LSC in blocks per game. As a team, they average 4.5 blocks per game. It's a fresh shot clock for Lubbock Christian. Lucas Mercandino. Almondo Miller Jr. straight on 3. Missed it off to the left. Pusateri controls the board. Another chance for the Chaps. Mercandino lost it, saved in play, and it goes to number 15, Cortaviaus SEALES. Downhill. That one misses for Seals. Put back, no. And Lubbock Christian has it. They're running it. Leo Nordberg in the wing. Now Armando Miller Jr. will go to work. This is going to be such a great game. Mercandino, yes sir. Lucas Mercandino, a 37% three-point shooter, drains the first three-pointer of the night. One thing that Western New Mexico does really well is defend the three-point line. They're first in the Lone Star Conference in opposing three-point percentage, as there's a three drained by Carson Kelly, doing it on the offensive end. Kelly coming off a season-high 28 points in their last win against St. Mary's. Kelly was 6 of 12 from behind the arc in that game. Nordberg, yes sir! Both teams exchanging threes to start this one. And we are off and rolling in Lubbock, Texas, in one of the most important games of the season for both of these teams. Harris in that game backs down. Nord throws it off the glass and in over the head of Lucas Mercandino. Tonight is the 26th all-time meeting between the two programs. LCU leads the all-time series 14-11. The Mustangs have won 3 of the last 5. Antonio Pusateri, right-hand layup off the glass and in. Chaps back on top. Expect a tight, close contested game today between these two teams. LCU, one of the most efficient offenses in the country. Certainly probably the most efficient in the league. That three missed for Cortaviaus SEALES. On 3 of the last 5. Antonio Pusateri, Western New Mexico in the rankings. This is their first time ever being ranked in the South Central Regional rankings. Another 3 drain for Lucas Mercandino. He's up to 6 points. shooting a very high, efficient 2-for-2 clip. 13-9 is your score. Screen action from Harris. Harris has it. Tries to go down low. Got bumped a little. Now a straight on three in the air. Drained. Quincy Adams. And Western New Mexico finding a way to answer. That's one thing Western New Mexico has been able to do is find ways to win. And they've been so impressive night in and night out with just how they play basketball. Extra pass, and that one is in for Antonio Posateri, who wanted a foul. 15-12 is your score. Shaps on top. Both teams clicking on all cylinders to start this one. Adams almost got tied up and still finds a way to get it to go down. Quincy Adams at 7 points against St. Mary's, his season high is 10. Adams already at 5 points. Wanda Miller Jr. steps into a deep two. Tapped out of bounds by Western New Mexico. That'll lead us to our first media timeout. 15-14, just getting started here in Lubbock, Texas.
Mears is more than just a car dealership. They take the time to get to know you.
It was important to us to find someone that we could trust.
They helped us find the right car with the features we wanted and at a fair price.
Our new Mazda CX-70 is just the right size for all our needs.
They really made the entire process smooth and seamless. Our new family car?
I got mine at Mears.
Back here live at the Rip Griffin Center on the campus of Lubbock Christian University for this top 4 Lone Star Conference battle between Lubbock Christian and Western New Mexico. 3 of the last 5. These two teams have a lot to play for tonight. Right hand layup. Each of them don't control their own destiny as far as a regular season conference championship goes, but for your LCU, you're looking to hold on to that 1 seed potential in the South Central Regional. You want to try to find a way to get a good seed in the conference tournament. Right now tied with Eastern New Mexico. If LCU was to remain tied at second with Eastern New Mexico, I believe the Greyhounds would get the 2 seed and the Shaps would be the 3 seed because Eastern New Mexico did beat LCU here at home. 3-pointer out of the timeout, missed by Kendall Dow. That one's thrown up and good. Offensive rebound and putback for Antonio Posateri, one of the best rebounders in all of Division II. Cortaviaus SEALES gets it to Isaiah Brody. No Brown is into the game, a 5'11 freshman guard from Gilbert, Arizona. Harris. Bench thought he traveled, and now 3 in the air, good. No Brown drains a 3. Just saw my life flash before my eyes. I thought that was going to hit me, and I had no reaction time. Inbound for Kendall Dow. They'll inbound it for Leo Nordberg. 2 games last week for LCU, a win at Angelo State and a win at UTPB. We're very close, but at this point in the season, it's about being gritty and not pretty. Ball knocked out of bounds by Western New Mexico, and that's why LCU right now is high in the metrics, and that's what, the South Central Regional Committee goes off, is a lot of different metrics, including KPI. There was some projection that Dallas Baptist would be currently ranked first in the South Central Regional. Certainly have the better record. Mercandino missed that one off to the right. Nearly another offensive board for LCU. LCU, so far in this game, 8 rebounds. Offensive rebounds, 6. LCU has 6 offensive rebounds so far in this game. Wanda Miller Jr. throws it out. Dow drives. Behind the back, good and one. Holy smokes, Kendall Dow. How did he get that one to go? Foul against Nono Brown. That's the first foul of the game on either squad. Comes with 13:04 on the clock. But what a finish by the senior Kendall Dow from San Antonio. This is his free throw. Kendall enters today with 894 career points, so he just hit his first shot. He needs 4 more points to get to 900 career points. There's a whistle and foul drawn by big number 30, Andre Harris. And we'll see some substitutions. Devin Bacchus into the game for LCU, and then number 1, Carson Kelly, back out there for Western New Mexico. Bacchus, a 6'2 sophomore guard from Amarillo, Texas, went to high school at Randall. Fed down low, Harris. Try to throw it to Tanner Poschel. Now the ball turned over by LCU. Great pick by Keelan Dorsey. Poschel is a 6'8 redshirt junior from Fountain Hills, Arizona. Keelan is a 6'6 junior guard from Houston, Texas. Three-pointer misses for Kelly. 19-17, Lubbock Christian on top early in this one. Pusateri downhill, hesitates, and we'll have a goaltending violation on Keelan Dorsey. But again, if you look at this Western New Mexico team, they have so much length and size. It's why they're really good defensively, guarding the interior, blocking shots. You have to be on top of your game. And LSU is a team that likes high-efficient shots. That three-pointer misses for Dorsey, and a great rebound for Antonio Pusateri. Kendall Dow trying to skate right, goes downhill. That one's left short, punched around. Bacchus has it. Dow got blocked from behind. That was Andre Harris with the block. Western New Mexico takes it. No Brown, layup off the glass and in. 21-19. Both of these teams are very efficient to start this game. Western 62% from the field, LCU 53%. Nordberg rolls downhill, skirts around the baseline. And an offensive foul, I believe, is the call. We'll get that cleared up after the media timeout. 21-19 is your score.
Windmark, the crop division of Alliant Insurance Services, is committed to providing our clients with a comprehensive plan as the foundation of your farm's business model and family's financial well-being. We provide unique coverage needs to our customers, from revenue and yield protection to crop hail, and offer a wide range of crop insurance policies and coverages. Windmark also offers a number of options to cover certain elements of your agribusiness operation like equipment, livestock, and farm liability. Windmark, Texas raised, nationally recognized.
Back here live in Lubbock, Texas. Before that media timeout, we had an offensive foul on Leo Nordberg. 11:14 to go in the first half. Some quick stats. Carson Kelly, 3 points. No Brown, 5. Andre Harris, 4. Isaiah Brody, 2. Quincy Adams, 5 for Western New Mexico. For LCU, Antonio Pusateri, 10 points, 5 of 5 from the field, and 5 rebounds. Leo Nordberg, 3 points. Kendall Dow, 2 points. Lucas Mercandino, 6 points. Brennan Riker on the call tonight. LCU 15-3 in conference play. Western New Mexico 14-4. And one thing we got to mention in this broadcast is the leadership of third-year head coach Mark Bunker, who has led Western New Mexico to their best record in their Division II era. And they're only going to go on to do more better things here. Ball tapped around underneath, and finally a foul drawn by Western New Mexico. Number 2, Isaiah Brody, draws the foul. Mark Bunker has to be, he's clearly in the running for Lone Star Conference Coach of the Year, but he probably has my vote. I mean, the top 4 coaches in the league, or the top 4 teams in the league, their head coaches are going to be in the running, as the first free throw is good by Brody. Lucas Mercandino in for Devin Backus. But when you look at the job that Mark Bunker has done in his first 2 seasons combined, that Western New Mexico only won 9 games. Free throw good for Brody. This season they have over double that amount from the first 2 seasons. And Western New Mexico has been a program that has not had a lot of success in their program history, certainly in the past 2 decades. A couple seasons ago, under Zane Gibson, they had a 17-11 season. There's a shot good for Armando Miller Jr. Since then, Zane Gibson left to take the job at Arkansas Fort Smith, and so Mark Bunker has followed in his footsteps and has one-upped him with a winning record. There was a partially blocked shot out of the hands of Brody. LCU takes it. Armando Miller Jr. has space downhill. That one falls for Armando Miller Jr. Quick 4 points for Miller. Chaps 25, Mustangs 21. Catch and fire 3. Drain. Carson Kelly. A high scoring affair here in Lubbock, Texas to start this one. Under 10 to play in the first half. Dow looking for an answer. Can't get it. A rebound for Brody. Downhill off balance. Jumper short for Kelly. Terry spins out of danger, trying to fight ahead, but Mustangs back on defense. 2-hand flush for Armando Miller Jr. He took flight and slammed it home. 27-24, what a dunk. Andre Harris spins, shoots, scores. Silences the crowd there for a second. That dunk got the crowd buzzing. And I was mentioning Mark Bunker in the running for Coach of the Year. Todd Duncan also can make a case for Coach of the Year consistently. These past couple years, LCU always in the top portion of the Lone Star Conference standings. Downhill, Leo Nordberg. Tried an extra pass, bobbled it. Alley-oop, layup miss, tap good. And the putback for Antonio Pusateri. 12 points already for Antonio. Coming off 12 points in the win at UTPB. Now LCU in transition. Leo trying to go downhill, off balance, stays with it, but bounces it right into Harris. Western New Mexico trying to move. Seals throws it back. That one rolls in. Number 8, Quincy Adams. And the Mustangs cut it within 1. For everything LCU has thrown up, Western New Mexico has had an answer. LCU is 17-0 when allowing 69 or less points this season. It's going to be very hard to keep Western New Mexico below that plateau the way they have started this game. They have the ball, trying to get a lead. Seals, they swing it around. Adams, airballed it, kept in play off the leg of Harrison. It was scooped up by Kendall Dow. Shot up, good, and 1, Armando Miller Jr. The foul plus a free throw coming up after the media timeout. 31-28 here in Lubbock. We'll be back with more after this.
Welcome to Rose's Cafe, where every meal is a celebration meant to be shared. Go ahead, pull together tables for any size group. Because at Rose's, we believe that everyone deserves a seat at our table. So come together, share the joy, and experience authentic Mexican food at its finest as you create memorable moments in our comfortable, colorful dining room. After all, life is better with Rose's Cafe.
Back here live in Lubbock, Texas. Let's go over some Well, a little bit of a tale of the tape. Western New Mexico 10-3 on the road this season. LSU 9-1 at home. Their lone loss at home came against Eastern New Mexico. LSU coming off that win against UTPB. They out-rebounded UTPB. That's the 20th time they've out-rebounded their opponent. LSU is 19-1 when they do so. LSU shooting 50% on the season, which ranks 8th in the nation and 2nd in the Lone Star Conference. They also have the 6th best assist-to-turnover ratio in all of Division II basketball. They average 16 assists per game and only turn it over 10 times a game. That 10 turnovers per game mark leads the Lone Star Conference. LSU has held 6 of their last 9 opponents to below the 70-point mark. But again, right now, the way Western New Mexico has been able to score, it's going to be hard to keep Western New Mexico below that mark. At the line, Armando Miller Jr. for Lubbock Christian. Free throw up and good. He converts the old-fashioned three-point play after he was fouled on a layup before the media timeout. Cortaviaus SEALES handles the ball for Western New Mexico in the road purples. Andre Harris trying to back his way in, guarded by Mercandino. That one's good. Harris so far in this game has 8 points. 32-30. Jet McCaslin into the game, the Lubbock native. Mondo Miller Jr. with contact. Yes, sir! The 4th three-pointer of the game for Lubbock Christian. And they lead it by 5. They're 4 of 7 from 3. That's a 57% clip. And again, Western New Mexico on average holds opponents to 28% from behind the arc. Oh, what a feed. Shot misses by Keelan Dorsey. The ball goes out of bounds. Will stay on this end. With a win tonight, LSU can match their total of 25 wins from a season ago. And LSU was just one game away last year from clinching a share of the conference title with DBU, but Western New Mexico, one of their 5 wins last year, came in Lubbock against LCU. Corner 3, drained. Keelan Dorsey. Dorsey averaging 38% from behind the arc. Enters today as their best three-point shooter. Corner, Mercandino. Try to get the answer, airballed it, and Cortaviaus SEALES takes it. No Brown up the floor. Great ball action. Everything Western New Mexico does is really, really fast. Downhill, off balance, off the glass and in. Cortaviaus SEALES. Tie ball game, 35-35. Western New Mexico has not had a lead since it was 9-8 at the 16:35 mark. A foul as Antonio Pusateri was losing it. And he's bailed out with a Western New Mexico foul. That goes against Andre Harris. Kendall Dow in for Leo Nordberg. Each team with 3 fouls apiece in this game. For the most part, referees are letting them play to start this one. It's been physical down low. They have the size of Western and then the high efficiency of Lubbock Christian. A little bit of contact. Jumper strong. Harris gets the board. It's the 9th rebound for Western New Mexico. LSU has 16 boards so far in this game, and a handful of them on the offensive end. SEALES. Now a bad pass, and McCaslin takes it. That was intended for Tanner Poschel. Tie ball game. Downhill. There's a lane. The layup good with the finish. He wants the foul. It's not called again. The referees are letting the boys play so far in this one. LSU back on top. Kendall Dow guarding Cortaviaus SEALES there. No Brown jumper good. He wants a foul too, and again, the referee is going to let the boys play for right now, and usually sometimes these things kind of change moving into the second half, especially in a close game. It might be just a little bit tighter. Kendall Dow, Mondo Miller Jr. gets knocked down, and a three-point shot foul against Western New Mexico. That leads us to our last media timeout of the first half. 37-37 is your score. Back here live in Lubbock, Texas, a tie ball game, close first half as we expected it. LSU usually holds opponents to just, 67 points per game. Western New Mexico is 30 points away from that mark. LSU ranked number 9 in the latest NABC rankings, which at this point in the season they don't mean much. Western New Mexico is receiving votes in that poll, but what really matters is those South Central Regional rankings. LCU first, Western New Mexico fourth. And so next week at the end of the regular season, those will be the last regional rankings before the official one in 2 weeks when they announce the field of 64 in the NCAA D2 selection show. Some quick numbers for LCU. Armando Miller Jr., 14 points, 6 of 8. Antonio Pusateri, 12 points. He's also 6 of 8 from the field. For Western New Mexico, they're being led by Andre Harris with 8. No Brown with 7. Also Quincy Adams with 7. 3 free throws coming up for Armando Miller Jr. He was fouled before the timeout by Dorsey. First one is up and good. Armando Miller Jr. on the season is a 78% free throw shooter. He's made and attempted the most free throws this season of any chaparral on the roster. Second one rolls out. So he'll get one more. 4 team fouls, Mustangs, 3 for LCU. Third free throw. Out. 1 for 2, and we'll get a foul on Jet McCaslin trying to block out Andre Harris. Andre standing at 6'8", Jet McCaslin standing at 5'9", about a foot differential between the two. So LCU leads by 1 after Armando went 1 for 3 at the line. Here's a double in the backcourt. And a foul against LCU. LCU was close to getting a steal. Carson Kelly on the floor and Trenton Gordon on the floor wearing number 4 for Western. Gordon is a 6'6" junior forward from Aurora, Illinois. Inbound goes to Brody. Seals lobs it. Bulleted right side, 3, catch and shoot, no good, but a foul against McCaslin. That's his second foul, and a 3-point visit to the line for number 1, Carson Kelly. That was a bullet of a pass to Kelly. So Carson Kelly at the line. First free throw is good. Kelly on the season is an 81% free throw shooter, 83 of 102 on the season. Western New Mexico can get to the line quite a bit. Second free throw good. Leo Nordberg in for Jet McCaslin. Western averages 18 free throws made per game. Now they also give up 18 free throws made per game, so the free throw line giveth and taketh so far this season for Western. Western on top, 40-38, their first lead since the early portions of this game in a whistle and foul, and now referees are starting to call things just a little bit tighter right now. Team foul number 5 on Western. The next LCU foul against Western will put the Mustangs in the bonus. Nordberg gets it to the high post. And the ball lost on the ground, taken away. Western New Mexico has it. Cortaviaus SEALES waits for the screen from Harris. That's a rollout, and now Brody. Back to SEALES. Andre Harris, the defensive player of the week in the Lone Star. Can't get it to go on the offensive right there, and a tie-up between Armando Miller Jr. and SEALES. Possession arrow in favor of LCU. Trailing by 2. LCU shooting 55% from the field. Western shooting 56. Western New Mexico fighting for good seed in the NCAA tournament and the Lone Star Conference tournament. There's that at stake as well. Leo Nordberg gets to the paint, underneath, handoff, puts Terry, floats it up, and it bounces in. 14 points, shooting 7 of 9 from the field. Also 9 rebounds for Pusateri. Next rebound puts him in double-double. Puts him at a double-double, I should just say that. Point blank. Put a period at the end of that sentence. Harris almost lost it. Goes up through the double team and scores. Flexes just a little bit. Standing at 6'8", I think he might be closer to 6'9". The way that he just stands with his figure. Extra pass, 3 in the air. Drained! Leo Nordberg gets it to go. The assist, Armando Miller Jr. Unselfish basketball to fake the 3, then throw it right for Leo. Chaps back on top. High scoring affair. See how things shake out in the second half, what both coaches do. As there's a 3 in the air. Lucas Mercandino punched it off Isaiah Brody, who had the shot, then was in pursuit to keep it in play. LCU 3 of their last 3, 5 of their last 7 from the field. But here's the big mark. LCU 18 rebounds to Western New Mexico's 10. LCU also has 10 assists to Western's 5. Just the way LCU plays, it's not one guy, not about one guy. Montemelo Jr. missed it. Out of bounds. So Leo Nordberg crashes into the Mustang bench. Again, last season, these two teams met twice. Timeout Mark Bunker of Western New Mexico. Last year, these two teams met twice. They met on January 11th, 2025 in Lubbock. Western New Mexico won that one 81-76 in a huge upset. In the return game in Silver City on February 6th, 2025, LC won that 61-53. And you remember, I mentioned Zane Gibson in that 2023 season where the Mustangs went 17-11. That year, Western New Mexico swept the Chaps. I think that was Western New Mexico's first ever sweep against LCU, if I remember correctly. 56 seconds to go until halftime. Miller Jr. 15, Pusateri 14. Harris is in double figures with 10, shooting 5 of 8 from the field. Western New Mexico has the ball, and they might go for a quick 2-for-1. We'll see here. Over there, look for a high-quality possession. Devin Bacchus guarding Harris. Seals. Guarded by Dow. Back to Seals. Catch and fire. Drained it. Harris drew the double, then got it out to Seals, who's got that quick fire three. 45-43. LC will try to hold on for the last shot of the first half in a use it or lose it timeout for Todd Duncan and Lubbock Christian. Western, on average, shoots 33% from behind the arc. Usually they make 6.4 3-pointers per game. In this game, they're 6 of 11, so they're already at their average for 3-pointers made in a game. LCU shooting 5 of 10 from 3. It's at 50% mark, so Western has one more make and one more attempt from behind the arc compared to Lubbock Christian. And again, Western New Mexico finds a way. It doesn't matter whether it's a day where they're really good inside the paint, really good from outside the arc, defense to offense. It doesn't matter. They find a way, and that's why they've won 11 of their last 12 in that stretch. Their last loss came on February 5th at Angelo State. LCU's last loss came at Dallas Baptist on February 7th. Both of these teams behind DBU in the standings, and even if DBU wins tonight, a chance for a conference title is not out of the reach for LCU. Now, if DBU wins tonight, they'll clinch at least a share of the conference title. Shot clock is dead. Vonda Miller Jr., Quincy Adams guarding him. Shaps go to work. Downhill, all the way, layup good. And one with contact. He'll go to the line with a chance to take the lead entering halftime. Backus in for Mercandino, substitution for LCU. Miller Jr. at 17 points. Free throw is up and good. 3.5. Western still has the time to get a shot off. Seals off balance. Barely missed it, but that's how we'll end a heck of a first half between these two. Second with Eastern New Mexico. LCU has to win to keep their hopes of potentially getting a share of the conference title alive, as we're back in action here at the Rip Griffin Center. Western New Mexico ball. Carson Kelly. Swing left, Isaiah Brody. Back to Kelly. Fed to Andre Harris. Stuck on the baseline. Gets it to Cortaviaus Seales. Good passing for Western New Mexico. Harris off the glass and in. Western New Mexico with the first bucket puts them ahead by 1. Back and forth we go here. Curious to see what these two coaches are going to do to try to slow the opposing offenses down. I don't know if you can at this point. Amado Miller Jr. gets fouled as he was trying to corral a hot pass on the baseline. It goes against Quincy Adams. That's his third foul. He's the first player of this game in foul trouble. First 10 minutes of the game, refs let the boys play. About the last 10 minutes of the first half, things were called a little tighter. And another whistle right on cue. That one goes against Carson Kelly. That's his first personal. Team foul 2 in the half. Baseline inbound, Lucas Mercandino. Bounce pass in for Antonio Posateri. Kendall Dow. Mercandino makes the man miss. The 3. Strong. Tap Posateri. Out of bounds. Mustang basketball. Lucas in the first half hit 2 3-pointers. Brody rolls off a screen, elbow jumper, bounces out. Harris has the offensive board, missed the putback, tap, and into the hands of Antonio Pusateri. Lob for the front court, bodies hit the floor, off balance, in for Mondo Miller Jr. I think we had a Mustang blow a tire. No, he did not, but he's in serious pain. That's Isaiah Brody. It's the LCU staff out to look at him, as well as Mark Bunker, head coach for the Mustangs, and not a good sight. We'll take a break. We're at an injury timeout. 48-47 is your score. We'll see if he gets up here. We'll go ahead and take a quick little break. Isaiah Brody making his way to the bench, and he landed awkwardly after leaping in the air to try to block a pass that was going up the floor. So hopefully he's okay, and hopefully he can get back into the game. 18:39 to go here in the second half. Brennan Riker on the call tonight. Top four battle in the Lone Star Conference. Just 2 games remaining in the conference schedule for both teams, including tonight. Western at Midwestern State on Saturday in a battle of the Mustangs. LCU at home to play Sul Ross on Saturday. Andre Harris in the paint, spins, shoots. That one rolls off to the right. .48-47 is your score. Kendall Dow has it. Miller Jr. corrals it. Fed down low. Shot up no good, but a foul drawn by Kendall Dow. Goes against 15, Cortaviaus SEALES. It's a third team foul of the second quarter already on Western. LCU has yet to commit a foul in the second half. So Kendall Dow at the line. He only has 2 points tonight. He is 4 points away from 900 career points. Senior from San Antonio makes his first free throw. Kendall on the season, 88% free throw shooter. Second one good. .50-47, Chaps up by 3. Cortaviaus SEALES trying to use a Tanner Poschel as a screener for separation. Garson Kelly has it. Gets to the paint, throws it out. Poschel throws it up, and that's in for number 6, Tanner Poschel. The redshirt junior has his first score of the night. Had 2 points in only 3 minutes of action against St. Mary's last time out for Western New Mexico. That was the 85-76 win over the Rattlers at home. Antonio Pusateri, 10 on the shot clock, goes downhill. Tapped out. And Western New Mexico runs away with it. SEALES had Leo Nordberg flash across his face. SEALES jumper, good. Won that battle against Leo Nordberg. SEALES up to 7 points. Western New Mexico scored 6 points here in the second half. LCU has scored 4. Lucas Mercandino off balance, draws the foul. He'll shoot 2. LCU back to the line, and that's team foul number 4 on the Mustangs. Foul goes against Poschel. That's his first. So now Western's going to have to find a way to play good defense without fouling down the stretch. First free throw good by Lucas Mercandino, 7 points. Last game, Lucas had 17 points in the win at UTPB. Second one good for Lucas. 52-51, back and forth we go between two of the best teams in the Lone Star Conference. They'll look to dance in the postseason as there's a tough shot good for Keelan Dorsey. These two teams will make it to the conference tournament, and they should both be in the NCAA tournament. Mondo Miller Jr., too easy, 18 points for Armando. 9 for 12. I beg your pardon, 20 points for Armando Miller Jr. 2-on-1. Lob in the air. Foul drawn by Armando Miller Jr. Leads us to a media timeout. We'll take the break. 54-53, Lubbock Christian leads. First media timeout of the second half.
Welcome to Nothing Bundt Cakes. Come in and celebrate with us, where we have everything from happy birthday to just because. Choose from our 9 classic flavors or our seasonal flavor. Each cake is made with premium ingredients and crowned with our Nothing Bundt Cakes signature buttercream cheese frosting. Make someone's day special with a Nothing Bundt Cakes. From corporate gift giving to all the special moments in life. We look forward to serving you at Nothing Bundt Cakes Lubbock. Go Chaps!
Before that media timeout, I kind of butchered the numbers for Armando Miller Jr. He has 20 points, shooting 8 of 11 from the field. He has 2 rebounds and 2 assists. Antonio Pusateri, 16 points, 8 of 11, 10 rebounds. So Antonio is at a double-double. For Antonio, that's his 19th double-double. He's 3rd in Division II in double-doubles, and he could be on pace to hit the top 5 of the record books. Enters today with 302 rebounds. So Antonio's at 312 rebounds on the season. 5th place in single season rebounds is Brennan Fowler with 323. He's set in the 2018-2019 season. So Pusateri could potentially hit marks set by Brennan Fowler, Keith Gardner, and 78-79. At the line, Armando Miller Jr. makes his first free throw. 55-53 is your score. The all-time leading rebounder in a single season is Ron Ranger, who had 372 rebounds in the 1990-1991 season. I beg your pardon. Armando Miller Jr. moves up to 22 points. His season high, his career high is 37. He hit that mark on November 2nd against Augusta. That was very early in the season as there's a foul. Foul goes against Lucas Mercandino, as we'll see number 11, No Brown, check into the game. Andre Harris wants to go to work. Bullet pass. That one goes nothing but net for Keelan Dorsey. Armando Miller Jr. now has hit double figures in 10 straight games. Mercandino. Pusateri, that one does not fall. It rolls off to the left. And here comes the Mustangs. Looking to get a big win on the road. Again, I would not dare call this one an upset. Airball shot for No Brown. Harris cleans up the miss and puts it up and in off the offensive rebound. Now, LCU's only lost 1 game at home all year long, and that was to Eastern New Mexico. So they're LCU trying to avoid getting swept by the New Mexico schools. Kendall Dow, downhill. Layup falls for Kendall Dow. 900 career points for Kendall. That's the Shaps on top, 58-57. Brown, floater, bounces out. Knocked out of bounds by Mercandino. We'll see Trenton Gordon and Quincy Adams check in for Keelan Dorsey and Tanner Poschel. Inbound to the left of the basket for Seals. Knocked away. Goes into the backcourt. Scooped up. Nordberg. Extra pass. Pusateri gets fouled. Great job by the Shaps to run that one out. And now that's team foul number 6. By the way, that foul went against Quincy Adams. That's his 4th personal foul. It comes with 14:14 to go in the second half. Antonio Pusateri, first free throw, falls. Keelan Dorsey quickly back into the game. Antonio, a 47% free throw shooter. Not what I would call his strong suit, but he's a man of many talents. As Devin Backus in for Lucas Mercandino. Second free throw, good. You'll take that any day of the week and maybe a handful of times on Thursday from Antonio Pusateri, who moves up to 18 points on the night. Western being led by Harris with 14 points. He's the only Mustang in double figures. Western averages 4 guys in double figures on the season. Harris gets fouled on the floor. It goes against Devin Bacchus. Seals gets it in. Harris. Fouled again by Devin. Todd Duncan, the head coach for Lubbock Christian, wanting an explanation. He doesn't believe what he's being told by the referee who made the call. It's a 3rd foul on Bacchus. Harris got to be careful of that elbow. Spin, and that one falls for Trenton Gordon. He did not score in the win against St. Mary's, but he has a score tonight. Nine different Mustangs have scored tonight. Mondo almost lost the dribble again. Shot blocked. That's number 5, Keelan Dorsey, the best blocking team in the Lone Star for a reason. Across the board. 60-59. Harris throws it for the corner. Contested 3, short for Dorsey. Up the floor. Bacchus lays it up and in. 62-59. Great job by Devin to get the closeout on defense and gun ahead for the basket. And a whistle. And I think we'll have another foul on Devin Bacchus. That's his 4th. And all those fouls have came with him trying to defend Andre Harris. Lucas Mercandino will check in for Devin. Devin stands at 6'2", and Harris, again, 6'8". I think he's 6'9". Quickly inbounded, off the inbound, layup, good. That's Dorsey. He's up to 9 points. Kelly and Dorsey each with 9. They're knocking on the door of double figures. Kendall Dow gets separation, hesitation, travel, turnover LCU. It's the first turnover of the second half on LCU. 1 point game. Western New Mexico 14-4 in the conference. LCU 15-3. It's a tight race to the finish line in the Lone Star Conference for both of these teams. No margin for error. Andre Harris. That one bounces out. A fight for the ball and a foul against LCU. They give the foul to Pusateri. That's his 2nd foul. Team foul number 5 of the second half. So quickly, LCU has climbed back into that foul count. Step back fadeaway, missed terribly. Antonio Pusateri almost tripped and fell, trying to quickly slow down and then get it to Armando Miller. And a shot block. The entire crowd irate. They want a goaltending. They might have a case for it. 3 misses. Things are getting a little wild here in Lubbock, Texas. Shot misses. That was by Seals. Pass intercepted Harris. Carson Kelly has it. I think both teams trying to slow things down and just kind of regather themselves a little bit. Cortaviaus SEALES backing down Nordberg. Offensive foul on Cortaviaus SEALES. Everyone fired up right now. The LCU bench is fired up. You see Jason Himes and Todd Duncan getting into it. This is Lone Star Conference basketball at its finest. Assistant coach for Western does not like the call. It leads us to a media timeout. We'll keep it here. Holy smokes, that was just insanity all around. By the way, LCU is in the bonus. Now, obviously, they won't shoot free throws after this timeout because of the offensive foul on Seals. Western New Mexico is over their last 4 from the field. LCU, 55% from the field. Western, 52. LCU, 23 of 42. Mustangs, 25 of 48. LCU still has only hit 5 3-pointers. They've only attempted 1 all second half. Western is over 2 from 3. So both of these teams for right now are settling for shots inside the arc, and the way that these two teams are really efficient, kind of don't blame them. Bread and butter. Stick with it. LCU out rebounding Western New Mexico 23-21. So Western New Mexico has closed the gap in the rebounding margin. Out of the timeout, LCU basketball. Leo Nordberg, the Helsinki, Finland native in his first season with the Chaps. Beats it to Armando Miller Jr. Trying to spin out of danger, still spinning. Fadeaway jumper, good! Armando Miller Jr. up to 24. He's been unstoppable so far. Cortaviaus SEALES to Andre Harris. Inside layup, missed, but a foul. That's drawn by number 4, Trenton Gordon, the Aurora, Illinois native. So now, that's team foul number 6 on LCU. Foul goes against Antonio Pusateri, his second. Trent Gordon at the line for Western. Gordon is just 6 of 16 at the line this season. Make that 6 of 17. A student section has gathered behind me, as you can hear, and they're giving Mr. Gordon all heck that they can give him. He goes 0 for 2. 64-61, approaching 10 minutes down in the second half. LCU has outscored Western 18-16 in the second half. Leo Nordberg, closely guarded by Carson Kelly. Good matchup right there. Lucas Mercandino now has it. Oh, what a feed! Layup good! Leo Nordberg! The assist by Lucas Mercandino. Lucas's first assist, and he's a guy who loves to share the basketball. And a whistle and a foul. Foul against Lucas Mercandino. So now both the teams in the bonus for the remainder of this game. So this could be a free throw contest for the rest of this one. Andre Harris, free throw good. The big guy with the soft touch. at the line. Just talking about the assist numbers. Lucas Mercandino has 97 assists on the season. Harris, second free throw, good. I was looking for that number and I finally found it. 66-63. Back and forth these two teams go. Not a lot of separation. The largest lead of the night for either team is 5 points. Yes, sir! Mondo Miller, unstoppable right now. Andre Harris, through contact, off the glass and in. He might have traveled. Took some extra steps. I couldn't quite tell. Looked a little weird on his way to the cup, but either way, that's a good score there for Western New Mexico, because right now, the way these two teams are going back and forth, every score is going to matter. Nordberg throws it. Extra pass. Mercandino for three. Airballed it. Out of bounds, Western basketball. Quincy Adams and Nono Brown into the game for Western. Four-point game here in Lubbock. The only meeting between these two schools this season. Look at just how conference realignment has gone for the Lone Star. And one! Andre Harris draws the foul. You have the chance at the old-fashioned three-point play. Foul against Lucas Mercandino. That's Lucas's fourth foul. Now Devin Backus has to check in. Devin has 4 fouls. Andre Harris up to 20 points. He's still the only Mustang in double figures. Missed the free throw. He stays at 20. Leo Nordberg up the floor. Now Mondo Miller Jr. to Antonio Pusateri. Backus downhill layup, good! And one! Count the basket, he's fouled. Devin with a confident drive. And he'll go to the line. Devin averaging 2.6 points per game, but right now he's at 4 points, and every one of his buckets has been important in the context of the scoring of this game. 2 for 2. And he's been trying to play defense against Andre Harris. Now, again, 4 fouls, most of them drawn by Harris. Here's a double on Harris. He's stuck on the baseline. He stepped out of bounds. Turnover Mustangs. The double works to perfection. Trenton Gordon in for Tanner Poschel. So Mark Bunker moving chess pieces on the board around and around and around. It's not really how chess works. You can't just randomly move pieces around and around. 5-point game ties the largest lead LCU's had tonight. Antonio Pusateri racing downhill, draws contact. He's the guilty party. Offensive foul, Antonio Pusateri. That's his 3rd foul. So now Backus, Mercandino, and Antonio in foul trouble, and those are guys LCU, especially Antonio and Lucas, need to keep on the floor. 8:30 to go in this game. Cortaviaus SEALES to Trenton Gordon. Quincy Adams feeds it. Harris missed the shot. Rebound to Mondo Miller Jr. And he stepped out of bounds. Western New Mexico basketball. Harris. Offensive foul drawn by Devin Backus. Evan Backus fired up after that. Harris upset with the referee. For Harris, that's his, let's see. It's only his second foul, but finally Devin gets that stop that he really wanted on the big guy. This is Terry, handoff. Kendall Dow. Here's a guy LCU needs to get on fire. Kendall wanted the ball. Instead, he goes to Amando Miller Jr. Steps into a shot, and it rattles off to the left. Board for Trenton Gordon. Quickly up the floor, Nolan Brown. Seals. Downhill, and gets that jumper to go. Seals up to 9 points. Again, the only player in double figures for Western is Harris, but 3 different players up to 9 points for the Mustangs. Hand off Kendall Dow. He gets fouled from behind by Cortaviaus Seals. That puts LCU in the double bonus. We'll have 2 bonus free throws coming up after this media timeout. Lubbock Christian 72, Western New Mexico 69 on Flow College. You know, we'll keep it here. No commercial break. We'll instead of a commercial break, we'll just talk some hoops right now. Here in the second half. In the second half alone, LCU is 8 of 15 from the field, 1 of 3 from behind the arc. Western is 11 of 22, 0 of 2 from 3. LCU 9 turnovers to Western 7. Taking care of the ball is going to be so critical down the stretch. LCU only turns over the ball 10 times a game. 1.6 assist to turnover ratio on the season. But LCU, 13 assists tonight. They're on pace to go above their average in assists. And how about this? I talked about how both of these teams not really shooting from behind the arc in the second half. Overall in the game, LCU 38 points in the paint, Western 34. This game has seen 17 lead changes, 9 ties, and again, the largest lead for either team is now 6. LCU, for a moment, had a 6-point lead with 10:09 to go here in the second half. At the line, shooting bonus free throws is Kendall Dow. The foul before the media timeout was on Cortaviaus Seals. Dow hits his first free throw again. Kendall Dow now make it 901 career points as a chaparral in his entire collegiate career. He's a 4-year guy for LCU. This is his second free throw. Nolan Brown. Lobs it down low. Harris was almost immediately doubled. That has at times worked for Western New Mexico's favor as far as opening of a 3-point shot. But there's a turnover on the Mustangs. Antonio Husateri. Nick Kendall Dow. 6:50 left to go in this tight contest. A heck of a contest so far between these two programs. Ball stays in play. Western takes it. Seals. Pulls up in the jumper, good for Cortaviaus Seals. He's up to 11. He's the second Mustang in double figures. Western now 5 of their last 6 from the field. Back to a 2-point game. Mondo picks up his dribble, nothing going there. Kendall Dow. Step back 3. Strong. Rebound for Brown, and quickly Mustangs get it into the left half of the floor. Seals for Harris. LCU's not going to double him. Harris spins. Reverse layup. Falls out. Tap and into the hands of the Chaps. Nifty move for Harris. He might be a little bit in his head right now. LCU has not hit a field goal in over 3 minutes of gameplay. LCU in the double bonus. Western in just the single bonus, but next LCU foul will put Western in the double. 7 on the shot clock. There's a screen set. Mondo Miller Jr. spinning. That one left short and a rebound for Nolan Brown. LCU trying to continue to make their case to host a regional tournament. Off the glass and in, tie ball game. Cortaviaus SEALES. 73-73, they've clawed their way back after 1 point, a 6-point deficit. Timeout, Todd Duncan to rally the troops. See Jet McCaslin check in after the timeout with 4:53 to go in the second. Western 5 of their last 7, LCU in a 225 scoring drought. It's really the first scoring drought that we've really seen for either team that's this noticeable, because both teams have really gone back and forth in scoring. Score update: Dallas Baptist beats Texas A&M International 86-64, so the Patriots clinch a share of the conference title. If DBU beats Texas A&M Kingsville on Saturday, they will be the outright conference champions and the number 1 seed in the Lone Star Conference. LCU has to win both of their remaining games on the season. Score update in Portales: Eastern New Mexico 22, UTPB 16. Eastern tied with LCU in the conference standings, both tied for second. Western New Mexico behind the Shaps and the Greyhounds. And you know the Western New Mexico Mustangs would love to see UTPB beat Eastern for a lot of reasons. You know, in football, they call that rivalry the Chili Bowl, one of the most underrated rivalries, not just in Division II athletics, but I think across the board in college athletics. Back in action, tie ball game. Mondo Miller Jr. goes to work, guarded by Dorsey. Turns, shoots. That one's off to the left. McCaslin almost had the long rebound, but instead it went into the hands of Seals. Foul on McCaslin. That's his third personal foul. That sends Western New Mexico in the line. Western now in the double bonus. So Cortaviaus Seals has a chance to give Western the lead with these 2 free throws. Cortaviaus Seals, a redshirt senior guard from Rock Island, Illinois, makes his first free throw, and Western has their first lead since the 15:02 mark here in the second half. Seals 14 points. Make it 15. 2-point game in Lubbock, Texas. A close contest as expected between these two programs. Whistle and a foul away from the ball goes against Western, puts LCU at the line. Foul goes against Andre Harris, his third foul. So Seals, Harris, and Adams in foul trouble for Western. Mercandino, Backus, Pusateri, and McCaslin in foul trouble for the Shaps. Mondo Miller Jr. having a superb night, makes his first free throw, 28 points, 10 of 18, 2 of 3 from 3. Jet McCaslin and Devin Backus into the game probably for these next couple seconds, at least until the next media timeout, depending on how time runs in this game. 75-74. Free throw. Rattles home. Here we go, tie ball game. Once again between the Mustangs and the Chaparrals. Who's going to come out on top? This battle of the two of the top 4 teams in the league. And a foul drawn by Cortaviaus Seals. Foul against McCaslin. That's his 4th foul. We'll wait for Kendall Dow and Lucas Mercandino to check in. So Seals right back to the line. Makes his first free throw. Western back on top. Western 10-3 on the road this season. LCU 9-1 here at the Rip Griffin Center. Seals solid at the line. And here we go. Next stoppage will more than likely lead us to immediate timeouts. Kendall Dow. Armando Miller Jr. left short corner. Spins. Shot up short. And Western has it. They've not had a lead larger than 2 points tonight. Seals takes it, throws it up. Late whistle and foul will send Seals to the line after our final media timeout. 3:39 to go in the game. Western New Mexico 77, Lubbock Christian 75. We'll keep it here. Western New Mexico, 5 of their last 7 from the field. LCU 0 of their last 5. LCU has not hit a field goal in 5 minutes and 10 minutes of action. Goodness gracious. 5 minutes and 10 seconds of action. LCU has not hit a field goal. Their last field goal made let's see here. In the second period was the Armando Miller Jr. three-pointer with 10:09 to go here in the second half. At that point, it was 69-63. Armando Miller Jr., 29 points. Antonio Pusateri, 18. Lucas Mercandino, 8. Leo Nordberg, 8. Kendall Dow, 7. Devin Backus, 5 for Western. Carson Kelly, 9. Trenton Gordon, 2. Keelan Dorsey, 9. Cortaviaus SEALES, 17. Andre Harris leading the Mustangs with 20. Isaiah Brody, 4. Tanner Poschel, 2. Quincy Adams, 7. Nolan Brown, 7. Every Mustang that has gotten into the game has scored. The only Shap not to score that has played is Jet McCaslin. So here's Seals right back at the line where he's been solid. That one misses. Again, the largest lead of the night for Western has been 2 points. Makes it 3-point game. Largest lead of the night for the Mustangs. LCU needs points here on this possession. Mondo Miller Jr. has had the hot hand tonight. Gets fouled. He'll go to the line. That goes against Harris. His 4th foul. So Mondo Miller Jr. at the line. LCU is 15 of 19 at the line tonight. Western 12 of 16. A hush falls here at the Rip. First free throw up and good. LCU averages 11 free throws made per game. They're at 16. Western averages 18 free throws made per game. They're at 12. To pull the Shaps within 1. Short, tapped in the air. Armando Miller Jr. has it. Jumper in the air, good! Tie ball game, Armando Miller Jr. And here comes the Rip Griffin Center crowd. Cortaviaus SEALES has it. Making his way to the near sideline. Now Andre Harris. Guarded by Backus. Loose ball on the ground. Harris picks it up. Right side, catch and fire 3. Strong for Dorsey. LCU takes it. Under 3 to play. Dow, top of the key, guarded by SEALES. Pass left, Leo Nordberg. Miller Jr. gets to the paint. Shot up. Good. LCU on top. Mondo Miller Jr. up to 34 points. Thrown for Carson Kelly. Seals right side. Seals guarded by Nordberg, a whistle and a foul. Will send Western New Mexico to the line. Mondo Miller Jr. is 3 points away from tying his career high. Again, that's 37 that he hit against Augusta at the beginning of the season on November 2nd. Back at the line, Cortaviaus Seals. Free throw good. Seals is 6 of 7 at the line. 19 points. If he hits his free throw, he'll be tied with Harris to lead Western in scoring. Seals' second free throw good. Back to a tie ball game we go. Still so much time left in this ball game. So much can happen in the next couple minutes. Mondo Miller Jr. gives LCU the lead again. 82-80. Seals wants to go downhill. Lost it on the deck. Scooped up. Pusateri. Reach and foul against number 4. Trenton Gordon sends the Shaps to the line after the Western New Mexico turnover. Western New Mexico has not hit a field goal in the last 3 minutes and 7 seconds of action. At the line, Antonio Pusateri. Antonio is 2 for 2 at the line today. 2-point lead for the Shaps. Missed his first. It was short. 47% free throw shooter. Quick substitution, Devin Backus into the game for Lucas Mercandino. LCU 15-3 in the conference, tied for second in the Lone Star. Western 14-4. Second one missed. Rebound Western New Mexico. And here we go. Mustangs right to left. Seals trying to go downhill. Good defense by Leo Nordberg. Harris has it. He is almost doubled. And a foul on LCU. Leo Nordberg trying to go straight up. That's Leo's 4th foul, I think. Well, that's his 3rd. So Harris at the line. Missed the free throw. Fires up the student section here at the Rip. Lucas Mercandino into the game. Western no field goals in the last 3:20. It's been a free throw contest down the stretch here at the Rip. 1 point game. Harris to 21. Mondo Miller Jr. is at 36 points. He's 1 point shy of tying his career high. He's the guy you want the ball in the hands of. Jumper, good! Make that a career high, 36 points for Mondo Miller Jr. Here's a steal, LCU. Leading by 3, they force a huge turnover. Mark Bunker trying to get his team to stay cool and play defense. Mondo Miller Jr. downhill, shot blocked by Trenton Gordon. Western trying to run it. Carson Kelly gets fouled, and you know, this point in a 3-point game, maybe not the worst foul in the world. That goes against Kendall Dow, his 3rd. And so we'll see Carson Kelly, the senior from Chandler, Arizona, at the line. Kelly has had a quiet 9 points. He has hit 2 3-pointers on the night. First free throw up. Good. By the way, a little nugget here in the second half. Western 0 of 3 from behind the arc. LCU 1 of 4. So both teams have combined 1 for 7 from behind the arc in a high-scoring game in modern-day college basketball. Timeout, Mark Bunker after the second free throw good. 1 point game in Lubbock, Texas. You're not going to want to go anywhere. We got what should be one in phenomenal finish coming up here. LCU went on a drought, between, kind of started there the 10-minute mark of the second half, but as of late, LCU 4 of their last 5, Western no field goals in their last 406. Again, both teams have been in the bonus for a long time now. Mondo Miller Jr., 38 points. 14 of 24. 2 of 3 from 3. 8 of 11 at the line. 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 turnovers, 39 minutes of action for the senior. Last game had 24 points at UTPB. He's been awesome tonight. Antonio Pusateri has been as well. 18 points and 14 rebounds for Antonio. Mark Bunker's crew is going to sit back and play defense in the half court. 1 minute to play. Mondo Miller Jr. Guarded by Quincy Adams. Bounce pass. Pusateri to Nordberg. Throws it left wing. Drive. An offensive foul on Mondo Miller Jr. Drawn by Quincy Adams. Crowd wanted a flop on that one. They're not going to get it. 84-83. Western New Mexico has a chance to take the lead. By the way, that was for Miller Jr., his first personal foul of the game. Andre Harris throws it. Kelly, 3. Rattles out, tapped out. Western trying to keep it in play. It was last out of bounds of. It was last of Western, but the entire LCU team wants Coach Duncan to go to call a challenge. They want to review it, and they will go to the monitor. I did not have a clear view of who it was last off of. All kinds of bodies spread out on the floor, and that happened on the opposite side from where I am, so I'm not going to be of much help. I believe this is a challenge by Todd Duncan and the LCU bench. "24 seconds. Referees at the monitor to see who the ball was last off of. Carson Kelly had a chance to go ahead with his three-pointer and missed it. Kelly enters today as a 38% three-point shooter. He's the only Mustang to have more than one three-point field goal made. He's 2 of 5 from 3 today. But this is going to be a huge call. Western no field goals now in their last 4 minutes and 44 seconds of gameplay. Can the Shaps hold on and protect their home floor and continue to make a case to the NCAA Selection Committee, the South Central Regional Committee, that they should be hosting here in 2 weeks at the Rip Griffin Center for the NCAA tournament? Western 4th in the South Central Regional rankings, currently LCU 1st. LCU looking for revenge against Western after the Mustangs beat them on this very floor last season, 81-76. That was just 1 of 5 wins for the Mustangs last year. Western has won 11 of their last 12. Their last loss came on February 5th at Angelo State. They're on a 5-game win streak. LCU has won 8 of their last 10, 4-game win streak. Their last loss was at DBU on February 7th. A very lengthy review. The referees want to dot their I's, cross their T's. I think the call on the floor was Western New Mexico basketball. Yeah, that's right. It was definitely because every player wearing white and blue did the motion with their finger to, hey, let's review that. Both teams have scored 38 points apiece in the second half. LCU led at the end of the first half, 46-45. LCU shooting 54% from the field, Western 53. LCU 31 made field goals to Western's 30. Both teams with 6 3-pointers made apiece, but only 1 3-pointer for either squad has been made in the second half. Western 17 of 22 at the line, LCU 16 of 23. Since both teams have been in the bonus for half of the second half, they've gotten to the line. Western now out-rebounding LCU 31-29. Each team with 9 offensive rebounds apiece. 42 points in the paint for the Chaps, 36 for Western, and both teams have decided here in the second half, hey, let's get the ball inside. And again, it's Armando Miller Jr. leading all scorers, 38 points, a career high for him. 3 Mustangs in double figures. Harris 21, Seals 20, Kelly 11. Dorsey is close to double figures with 9. Antonio Pizzateri double-double, 18 and 14. Looks like the referees are about to make their decision. I'm going to make sure they're going to talk about it. They've reviewed all the evidence, and now the jury is going to decide. White ball or purple ball? A huge call awaiting. The call on the floor was Western New Mexico basketball. There must be enough evidence to overturn it. They're really talking things over now, and again, they're away from the monitor, so at this point it's deliberation. So here we go. Decision has been made. They're going to say LCU basketball. The challenge works. LCU basketball. The call has been overturned. A huge call. So now LCU has the ball, but they got to get it inbounded in their backcourt. Full court pressure. Every chaparral is guarded by someone in purple and gold. Lucas Mercandino throws it in. Armando Miller Jr. almost got held and gets checked and fouled by Quincy Adams. So that sends Armando Miller Jr. to the line. Miller Jr. shooting 2. By the way, that was foul number 5 on Quincy Adams. He has fouled out of the game with 7 points. So with 22 seconds left in the game, Armando Miller Jr. will shoot 2 free throws. Probably 2 of the most important free throws of the season yet. He's the only chaparral to attempt more than 3 free throws. Armando 8 of 11 tonight at the line. Western out of their huddle after a 30-second timeout by Mark Bunker. Again, a candidate for the Lone Star Conference Coach of the Year. I probably would give it to him after the turnaround job that he's had. Last season they went 5-23. this year 21-5. Todd Duncan also a very good candidate for Coach of the Year. At the line, Armando Miller Jr. Shooting 2. Missed the first. 84-83. Second one miss. Long rebound, Antonio Pusateri. And now Kendall Dow is fouled. He'll go to the line. Antonio Pusateri has 15 rebounds, and that one might have been the most important one. So Kendall Dow at the line. 7 points. Only 2 of 9 from the field tonight, but he makes his first free throw. Huge. Senior from San Antonio. Three-point game in Lubbock, Texas. Timeout, Todd Duncan. I'm going to take a quick breather, and we'll take a quick break. We'll come back with the conclusion of this game. LCU 86, Western New Mexico 83. This is LSC basketball on Flow College. Three-point game, a win streak for one of these teams is going to come to a close. Who's it going to be? Two of the hottest teams in the Lone Star Conference, where everything from here on out matters. Second to last conference game of the season. Inbound goes to Cortaviaus SEALES. Down the far sideline. SEALES in the wing. Gets it to Kelly. Catching fire. Spins out. Rebound Antonio Pusateri. And a foul. That one did everything but fall for Carson Kelly. And Pusateri will go to the line. Pusateri 2 of 4 at the line. That foul, by the way, was on Trenton Gordon. Ice in his veins. Money in the bank. A nail in the coffin. 4-point game. That one did not draw iron. 5 seconds to play. Timeout, Todd Duncan to talk things over. On Stats Broadcast, they counted that free throw. That one did not count. I can assure you that. But here's a big story down the stretch of this game. Western New Mexico, no field goals in the last 5 minutes and 4 seconds of action. And for how this game went back and forth, both teams scoring at will, especially in the interior. For Western New Mexico to potentially finish out this game without a made field goal speaks volumes to how Lubbock Christian has approached things. And granted, Western New Mexico has had to throw up some tough shots just to try to draw within. LCU has outscored Western 42-38 in the second. 5 seconds to play. Kelly quickly up the floor. Almost lost the dribble. 3 in the air. Missed it. And that's going to do it. In a battle of 2 of the top teams in the Lone Star Conference, Lubbock Christian reigns supreme. They win it tonight by a final score of 87-83. A statement win for Todd Duncan and the Lubbock Christian Chaparrals. And with this win tonight, they have surpassed last season's win total. LCU improves to